What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Cat's Coils. Hey y'all, I'm so excited to come to you today. Seems like every time I come on and speak with you guys, I'm super excited. And it is because I love you guys, first of all, but also because I am so enjoying this DIY Microlocs journey. It's not even funny. So if you have recently started your Microlocs, or if you've been on this journey with me, y'all can already attest to the excitement, the love that we're feeling for our Microlocs. And I'm so glad that there are so many people on this journey. We're all on this journey together. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This channel is all about DIY Microlocs and following the journey and just sharing tips and tricks and things that I do to help have a nice, healthy DIY Microlocs journey. If you have been rocking with me for a while now, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. If you have been following me for at least a year now, and you know that we're in the middle of March, which means that my birthday is right around the corner. So at the time of this recording, my birthday is in a couple days. And by the time I drop this video, it will probably either be my birthday or my birthday will have just passed. Don't mind, share some birthday wishes in the comments below. I will love, love, love that. And I will greatly appreciate that. It has been a couple months since I've done an update video. The last video that I did was a flexi rod set. And so I didn't really give you like an update on my hair. I just kind of showed you guys how I do my flexi rod set. Let's go ahead and get started. So I was gonna talk about my texture first, but I really want to talk to you guys about my length because, like I said, it's been around 2 years and 6 months. And I kind of just wanted to show you guys a little clip really quick of what my hair looked like at the very beginning of my locks journey. This was right after I turned some of the larger locks into smaller locks. So this is like my official starting point. And I want to show you guys a couple locks that are kind of doing their own thing. So you can already see on this side, it's this lock and she's just kind of hanging out, kind of getting super long compared to the other locks. And then there's this one that is kind of doing the same thing. It's kind of starting to get long. There are a couple others that are kind of just getting longer on their own. So I find it kind of interesting that there are just a few locks that are deciding to kind of take off and get longer before the rest of my locks. So I don't know what that's all about. If you have had that experience yourself, let me know in the comments so that I know I'm not alone. But yeah, there are just a few locks that are kind of starting to take off, and I think it's kind of cool, but it's interesting as well. So yeah, that's the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about. This is my hair. This is my hair's length at, like, you know, just resting length. Hasn't been stretched out, hasn't been, it's not wet or anything like that. It's just my natural dry hair. And this is the length of my hair. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about is my texture. At 2 years and 6 months, I can say that I have just a small amount of locks that still have a twist pattern to them. And so I really want you guys to get a close-up view of what my current texture is looking like. So here it is. If you guys can see close up that my hair is basically looking like locks all over. I will lift up this layer here so you guys can see what these locks are looking like underneath the top layer. Same thing on this side. Here's what the locks are looking like. And then pull up a layer so you guys can see what this next layer is looking like. And then raise up a layer. Here's what that looks like. And then here's what kind of like a bottom layer looks like. There are not a lot of locks that are still looking like twists, and I'm actually super excited about that. All right, so now let's talk about the ends. A few videos ago, I showed you guys footage of me trimming my locks. I did trim my locks twice since I've had locks. And so I want to show you guys my ends since my hair has been trimmed. And as you guys can see, my ends are looking nice and healthy. I really like how I still have some coils, but I also have a lot of locks that are just completely butted up, like this one. Next, let's talk about my grid. So here's what my grid is currently looking like. As you guys can see, I'm showing you guys a little clip of what my grid usually looks like when it's freshly interlocked. But in this clip here currently, I have been to the beach, I have been to the pool, and my hair doesn't necessarily need to be interlocked, but this is just what my grid is currently looking like. All right, so next I want to talk about some individual locks. There are a few individual locks that I kind of have my eye on and I'm a little bit concerned about. And so I'm going to show you guys those locks up close and in person. So the first lock that I do want to bring to your attention is actually a lock that I have kind of experimented with, and it is this lock here. Okay, so in September, I went to a lock extensions class and I learned how to add hair to existing locks to make them longer. So I was thinking to myself, what if I gave myself lock extensions? All right, so with this lock, and actually there are two locks, these two locks here, I actually experimented with lock extensions. So the hair in the front is naturally this long. These two locks have not been, actually all of these locks have not been manipulated in any way. But these two locks have. So if you take a look at the length, these two locks are just a little bit longer than the rest. So I created some lock extensions out of my own hair in the back that was actually combined, and I created another a longer lock. So from here on down, this part of the lock is from a lock that was combined. This hair from here up is the natural hair that has grown out. So same thing with this lock, which kind of looks a little thin here, right here. You might not be able to tell, but I can tell. Right here in this area is super thin and kind of super fragile. But that's why I'm keeping my eye on it. If I feel at any point that it's becoming too damaged, all I'll do is just cut it right here and just toss this extra lock in the trash. So that's my first area of concern, are these two locks that I experimented on. And I'm like, okay, am I gonna keep these extra pieces of lock that I added on, or am I going to get rid of them? Who knows? We'll see. All right, so the second lock that I am keeping my eye on is actually one of my locks in my alopecia area. And I'm super sad because I feel like if I don't combine this lock, then I'm going to lose this lock. So let me find it first and let you see what I'm talking about. Okay, I found it. I have an alopecia flare-up. In that area, this lock right here is hanging on for dear life. And I'm super sad because this was a very healthy lock. And I feel like if I don't combine this lock, then I am going to lose it. But it just comes with the territory of having alopecia. It just comes with the territory. Yeah, keeping my eye on that lock. And quite frankly, during my next interlocking session, I'm probably going to go ahead and combine that lock with another lock. So update, I actually cut that lock off. I will let you know how that turns out after I finish interlocking in my next update, I'll let you know how that lock is doing. But that is that. And are there any other locks that I have concerns about? Oh yeah, there are just a couple locks that I'm noticing on the ends that, and again, this is since I've gone to the beach, but let's see, like what I've been noticing is that there are just a couple locks that decided to like have a ball on the end. And like I said, I think I found two like that. But as I'm looking, I can't really find any more. But I feel like those locks were already starting to, you know, shed on the ends. And I don't know if you've had that issue with your locks, let me know. Because I think it's kind of natural to have it kind of ball up and just kind of create a ball on the end. What do you guys do with those ends? Do you pull them off? Do you cut them off? Do you leave them alone? I have noticed in a lot of videos that a lot of people kind of just let them hang, but they kind of get on my nerves because they end up falling off anyway. So what I do is I just, don't judge me, but I just kind of pull them off. And later on, I will kind of trim that little area that I pulled them off. Because I can tell, like, if there's an area that, if there's a lock that kind of has like straight ends, and I know that I pulled off that little ball. This is one that I did that with. So you can see the end is very kind of thin and stretched out. That means there was a ball there and I just pulled it off. But yeah. I'm keeping my eye on my ends to make sure that I'm not having any other of those issues with any of the other locks. But aside from that, y'all, my hair is doing fabulous, fabulous. All right, so that is all I have for today's update. Again, don't forget to wish me happy birthday. And thank you so much for rocking with me all the way to the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I don't mind giving you guys more updates in the future. If you want more updates, let me know. But as of right now, I'm doing an update once every other month, just so that, you know, I'm not kind of giving you the same material each time. I do want to make sure that when I'm giving you an update, that I'm giving you some new information. And so, yes, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. And until next time.